here in the Dick Goddard Weather Center. And talk about the forecast as we head into the weekend. Fall's back, and fall's probably going to stick around this time. Not seeing any signs of warmth back into the 80s anytime soon. Probably not even to the 70s anytime within the next, I'd say maybe 8 to 16 days. So if you like fall, this is what you like. The cooler temperatures. We'll get some rain showers, but it's not going to be a complete washout. There are some days that we can salvage. I think the cloudiest of days is Sunday. The best chances for rain showers is Saturday afternoon, but Saturday morning is dry, and Sunday it's primarily lake effect driven rain showers. So if you're a little further away from the lake, maybe a little further west, you'll probably be a little drier. So we'll run through that in a second, but just want to get everything started. We're seeing some sunshine now. That's starting to break out. All right, let's talk about the thesis statement. We'll start with that. The headlines, the big thing. So a rainy pattern, like I said, but it's not going to be a complete washout. We are looking at some days in there where it's going to be a little drier at times. Big drop in temperatures though coming our way. Oh boy, it's going to get cold around here. I'm even going to say cool. It's cold, especially overnight. And then the skies brighten back up. We get into the middle part of next week with some sunshine, and the temperatures try and rebound too, back into the 60s. Take a look at this time lapse. It's really indicative of what we're seeing today, where at times we had some clouds. It started off sunny, then clouds rolled in, and now we're breaking the clouds up to reveal some more blue sky and sunshine again. So this is good right here. This is a good mix. And I often say that if you are a photographer and you kind of like taking pictures of the sky or weather or nature or what have you, these are the days that really makes your pictures and your videos pop. Where, if you just got a blue sky and sunshine, and then picture taking wise, that's kind of boring. Living in it, it's great. But you get these clouds and these different types of clouds in here, and then you got the scenic backgrounds, whether it's the skyline or the cityscape or the landscape. It's just, again, for you photographers out there, really nice weather to take photography. All right, so here is the big picture here. The satellite and radar, you see the first front that's moved off to the east. It's now over into upstate New York, down into Pennsylvania, down into West Virginia and Kentucky. That's front number one. That's why we're in the 60s. Front number two is back west, just to the west of Chicago, going into the Chicago metro area now, Chicagoland. And that's going to bring in another reinforcing shot overnight tonight. So that's why through the weekend, we'll get even cooler. With that wraparound flow, you can see that counterclockwise flow, that kind of comma coming into Iowa and into Wisconsin. Behind that, that's what's going to wrap around over the weekend across the lake. So that's why there's going to be lake-driven rain showers throughout Sunday and even into Monday. All right, so a little closer to home, again, out west, I'd say probably west of 71, give or take. You see there's plenty of sunshine out there. But then you get around 71, 76, and eastward, we got a mix of sun and clouds. So once that bank of clouds kind of moves eastward a little bit more, we'll see prevailing sunshine. But right now, east, it's partly cloudy skies. West, it's sunny skies. And that's why I like showing this map right here, because that gives you the picture of when I was doing the noon, it was mostly cloudy in Cleveland and Akron and Worcester and New Philadelphia. But now as the clouds start to break apart, you can see that there's partly cloudy skies to mostly sunny in New Philadelphia, partly cloudy in Cleveland and Akron and Ashtabula, mostly cloudy in Mansfield. Sunshine, though, out in Toledo and Findlay, where they're now around 70. So I like using this map for that purpose. It can kind of tell you weather-wise what's going on in these different places. So all in all, the gist of today, this afternoon, it's going to be a pretty pleasant afternoon. Temperatures upper 60s, around 70, breezy, low humidity, some sunshine out there. So it's a really good afternoon. So Akron, you'll get up to about 69. Cleveland, same thing. A lot of places, I think Northeast Ohio in general is going to be about upper 60s. There could be an isolated 70 here and there, but mostly upper 60s with partly cloudy skies. I like using the weather checklist instead of if you watch this here in the evening. Much of this week, I had shorts and short sleeves or shorts and polo on there. I think today maybe the jeans and long sleeves early this afternoon, maybe short sleeves in the latter part of the afternoon when we hit those upper 60s to right around 70. The coffee this evening jog is good. We're going to be dry. Uh, it's going to be a little wet, and I think that you could still get the gardening in. Sunglasses, I got to switch that to yes. I forgot to switch that. I'll make that switch at 4 o'clock. But sunglasses, you can use that. The car wash, you still could get the car wash, but we just have more showers coming our way tomorrow afternoon, so it just wouldn't be worth it. You might as well just let Mother Nature do it. Wait until we dry out a little mid next week. Then you can get the car washed, because other than that, just get on and off again showers even after you got it washed. But if it's really dirty enough, I mean, hey, go for it. I don't wash my car nearly enough. I'm not one of those. I would vacuum my car on the inside before I would wash it on the outside. But it's also a 2007 so Toyota, so it's not like a fancy new car that I got to keep cleaned and shined. I mean, it's seen some days. It's a senior car. Let's admit it. All right. 63 tonight. The football game tonight, just that, it's going to be cool and breezy and dry. Mostly partly cloudy skies, so temperatures in the 60s and 50s. So typical football weather this evening if you're going to the high school game. So if you like high school football, I mean, if you're like, yeah, I need to make it to some games before the season's over, I think tonight is a typical football night. This is what you like. This just screams fall. Like when you think of the Friday night lights and football and high school, and this type of weather is what you think about. It's the ambiance. That's the word I'm looking for. It's the ambiance of high school football this evening, because the fall feel is in the air, whereas we had some summer-like weather earlier, in the season. Willie Bear, so I'll be there. A lot of us here at Fox 8 will be there, no doubt. It's a fun time. I will just mention, since, look, it's a Friday afternoon, it's just us talking. We can kind of take our time here on Facebook Live with the forecast. If you're just looking to get the forecast and move on, you can head to fox8.com. We got the forecast over there. You can get the gist of what's happening. Here we can just kind of talk about what's going on in a leisurely setting. Woolly Bear is a lot of fun. If you haven't been there, you've been saying, what is this Woolly Bear Festival all about? I don't really want to travel all the way to Vermilion. If you don't have anything to do on Sunday, I would suggest coming out. Last year was my first year there, and it was so much fun. I had no idea how big this event was. And it parades and costume contests for the animals. A lot of vendors out there with food and with jewelry and clothing, all this other kind of stuff. You got performances. Todd Meany and his band, Ace Moeller, are probably going to be there, I believe. And I'll be giving the official Willie Bear forecast at 5 o'clock. So it's just a lot of fun. So I will suggest, if you have never gone and you're just teetering like, what's that all about? Go ahead and at least once, always say, just do it just once so you can say you've done it. This will be a good time to do it. So it is going to be cool. It is going to be fall-like. Usually early to mid-October like this, or I guess early October, the weather can be erratic. You can get some 80 degrees and sunshine days. You get some days where it's raining, get some days where it's cool, get some days where you might, in the early morning, get a little bit of a wintry mix or something. I mean, it's erratic, but this year is probably going to be kind of typical. It's going to be in the upper 40s, lower 50s, breezy, mostly cloudy, and there could be an isolated lake effect rain shower or early a sprinkle that moves by, but it's trending drier. Like I'm keeping it at 30% because you just don't know sometimes where these rain bands coming in off the lake may try and set up, but it's mostly eastward. But while it's an eastward trajectory, do we get it on the tail westward end of that over into Vermilion? So I would say definitely go dress in your jacket or your hoodie and with long sleeves underneath it and a hat to kind of keep you warm because of the breeze and the cool temperatures. But other than that, enjoy it. Walk around and say hi to us. We're going to be in the parade, obviously. And so, we love seeing you all out there. All we see, of course, we live in our respective communities, so of course we see people in and out of our communities, but we serve a large swath of Northeast Ohio, and all we look at is cameras throughout the day. So we don't get a chance to see all of you who actually watch. And so it's a fun time for us. I know it's fun for you all. You get to see the personalities that you've watched on the news for years, but it's equally fun for us to see you all as well. So it should be a good time if you're going to Willie Bear. Just cool. It's Northeast Ohio. We're used to it. This is what happens. Upcoming events, other events going on too. Big Bounce America. I discovered this. You know when you're on Facebook and there are these ads that pop up in your news feed as you're scrolling. Well, Big Bounce America popped up and they were like, we're in Cleveland for this and that. And I looked at that. I went on their website. Like, that looks like so much fun. It's a huge big bounce house, and then there's some other other smaller bounce houses around it. And they got kids and adults and everything jumping around, having fun in these bounce houses. Today, this afternoon with the sunshine coming through, and tomorrow morning, great times to go. They're there through Sunday, although Saturday afternoon not going to be a good time because it's going to be showery. But today and tomorrow morning looks like a lot of fun. I would go. I'm not going to go, but if you have kids and you're looking for something to do with them, great time. Great time. Again, today and tomorrow morning. Then by the time we get into Saturday afternoon and Sunday, it might be a little too cool and showery. Rockin' Ribs. No, now you're talking. Rockin' Ribs in Mansfield going on today and tomorrow. Definitely today, definitely tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, on and off again showers. Then Fall Fest is going on tomorrow in Middleburg Heights. By the way, Mansfield is where the Rockin' Ribs is going on. Middleburg Heights, you are seeing the Fall Fest tomorrow. Cool temperatures, breezy, in the 50s. Tomorrow morning, dry, partly cloudy, would be great to go there. But tomorrow afternoon, again, on and off again showers. I mean, you can still go. You'll just have to have the umbrella with you or the raincoat or what have you. Here's the drought monitor. So we are abnormally dry across much of the state, and then the western part and the southern part of the state in a moderate drought. So we do need this rain. And I always say that I think most of us don't have a problem with rain until it inconveniences our plans. I think we will probably say, hey, it can rain Monday through Friday, but on the weekend, let's stay dry because that's when we have our plans. Or, of course, if you work the weekends and you have a Monday or Tuesday off or a Thursday or Friday off, you don't want it to rain on your weekend. So yeah, I get it. But nonetheless, we have to get the rain in here because we are just so dry. It's been a really dry September. All right, so the daily breakdown of rain. So scattered afternoon rain showers tomorrow. Again, morning we're dry. And then Sunday and Monday, it's more lake effect driven in the afternoon, kind of isolated shower activity, primarily east. And then we're dry for Tuesday and Wednesday with some sunshine. And then our next system could be coming in Thursday and Friday of next week. Just kind of looking in the long term of that system, looks like it's a lot of wind and rain, and maybe even an isolated thunderstorm or so. Those systems look robust, but there's time, and it often does. There's time for it to change and fine-tune, so we'll see that. All right, so through the course of the afternoon, here's the all-important future cast. So this is where you'll probably want to pay attention the most, and then the 8-day. So partly cloudy skies this afternoon. You see a line about 5 o'clock stretching from, say, Ashtabula down to Streetsboro and Canton and New Philadelphia, of just a few light showers or so at times, and they're spotty. But by and large, partly cloudy and dry for the afternoon. Pretty pleasant afternoon. Overnight tonight, that's when the secondary front comes in. Cloudy skies. A few passing showers here and there. Most of us going to stay dry, but there's a few passing showers with the front that comes in. And you'll notice tomorrow morning we are dry, partly cloudy skies. Now by the lake, especially the snowbelt areas, you might see tomorrow morning a few isolated showers around. So say, use this for example at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. This isn't a hard and fast that at 9 o'clock it's going to rain right here. This just gives you the gist of what's happening. So snowbelt areas tomorrow morning, mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies, maybe a few passing isolated showers from time to time. Whereas if you head down, let's say to Akron or Worcester or Canton or Youngstown, you're going to be dry. No problem. Over towards New London or Medina, you're fine. whereas it's up by the lake. Now, the afternoon is a different story. Afternoon, look at that. Now we get all the areas where you got on and off again passing showers around through the evening time as well. So that's why I said for tomorrow morning in some of those events like the Big Bounce America or the Fall Fest, it's better for the morning time to go to those. And then in the afternoon, we got the scattered showers that come in and into the evening. Then here's Saturday overnight into Sunday morning. We're dry. There's Sunday morning right there. Partly cloudy skies, dry. Then the afternoon comes in, clouds roll in, and then you got the, again, lake effect, scattered showers from time to time. See, notice there how it's primarily east. That's the lake effect there. So if you are, let's say, at Woolly Bear, noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we're predominantly dry and cloudy and breezy and cool, but we can't rule out. You see that line right there that's going across Cleveland? We can't rule out if that moves just a tad to the west and you get a sprinkle or some drizzle or here or there. So again, 30% chance is appropriate for that. So I think that's good. We leave a 30% chance of a stray passing shower here or there, but mostly Woolly Bear Fest, and mostly for all of us, Sunday afternoon, it's going to be real fall-like, cloudy, on and off again, light passing showers, mainly in the up along the lake. And then there's Sunday evening, 5 o'clock. I'll be delivering the Woolly Bear winter forecast at that time. Again, passing showers possible, about a 30% chance, mostly dry. Move into overnight, again, lake effect. Rain showers, maybe a little heavier band overnight. So that's the way that shapes out there. So it's not a complete washout any day. So driest times for the weekend, Saturday morning and Sunday morning. Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon, chances of showers. All right, so high temperatures. Today we're about on average. This is about what the temperature should feel like for this time of year. And then the temperatures drop by the time we head towards the weekend and into the early part of next week, and then they start to come up middle part of next week with that sunshine that comes in here. So today we'll call it a mix of sun and clouds, upper 60s, Cleveland 69, Sullivan 68, Conneaut 67, Alliance about 69, and then overnight tonight, cloudy, and maybe I overdid it with the icon of showers. I don't think everybody's going to see showers tonight. It's just kind of spotty here and there, but probably mainly up along the lake. But notice how cooler it gets. Lower to mid 40s. Now, when we get into the 40s, we start to take a wind chill. So those mid 40s and breezy will probably feel a little more like upper 30s. So first thing in the morning, early in the morning, if you're an early riser, got to go to work or walk the dog or get the jog in or what have you, then just know it's going to be pretty cool first thing in the morning. So here's the weekend forecast. Again, afternoon showers, both days, breezy, lower to mid 50s, 56 on Saturday, Sunday 52. It'll probably feel like we're in the 40s because of the clouds and the showers and the breezes around. So it's one of those fall days where you got to get on back out the hoodie or the heavier jacket or what have you if you're going to be out and about. 8-day forecast, putting it all together for you. 69 today, partly cloudy skies, 56 tomorrow with afternoon rain showers. Sunday, again, afternoon rain showers, 52. 54 for Monday with mainly lake effect rain showers. 59 on Tuesday, so we start to bring that back up with the sunshine coming back out. Sunny for Wednesday and Thursday, lower to mid 60s. And then our next system could be coming Thursday and Friday, or Thursday or Friday. It's a little too early to tell right now because both of the models have a little bit of different timing. Well, I should say all 3 or 4 models that we're looking at have some different timings here and there. But just notice that we'll fine-tune the forecast going forward, but if you have plans on Thursday and Friday, those are probably the target days of our next system coming through, and possibly even into Saturday, some lingering showers and cooler temperatures coming our way next Saturday. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week are the question mark days of more precipitation. So right now, we'll go with Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday being dry, but it could be just Tuesday and Wednesday being dry, and then Thursday seeing some rain showers. But again, we'll fine tune that going forward as we get more information. Look at the overnight lows here. So 40 Sunday night, 42 Monday night. So that's the city. So that means some outlying areas going to be in the 30s. So it's going to be a cold one Sunday night and Monday night. So just giving you a heads up there that early in the morning Monday, early in the morning Tuesday, that you're going to want to really dress warm. As a matter of fact, I'm looking for a graphic in particular. The month of October is the month that we see our average first frost and average first freeze. Let me just scroll down in my bank of graphics here to see if I can find that. I think this one might be it. Okay, so bear with me here. All right, average first fall freeze right here. So take a look at the colors, and most of us, they're right up, most of us seeing October 11th through October 20th. So that is soon. That's into, starting to get into next week. There's some spots, sure, that October 1st through October 10th, but most of us October 11th through October 20th, we see our average first fall freeze. Let's bring in some more info. We'll get a little closer. Cleveland, average first fall freeze, 32 degrees, is October 28th, so we got to get a little further in the month. Akron, Canton, October 19th. Mansfield, October 14th. But frost is 36 degrees. That's a little sooner. So October 2nd, Mansfield. That's your average first frost. So we're beyond that now. October 8th for Akron, Canton. And then October 14th for Cleveland. So this is around the time that we start to see those temperatures dipping a little colder and into the 30s, and some of these cold fronts having more teeth to them. So even though we start to talk about these cooler temperatures overnight of 40 and 42, and it's not unheard of, it's normal, it's typical that we start to see that. So just know that if we start to mention more and more over the next couple of weeks, these robust fronts that come through, talking about the colder temperatures, that we're right on the money. We're in the wheelhouse of the cooler temperatures coming in. And I know I can see you fall lovers out there just smiling, saying it's about time. So here's the 8-day forecast, just kind of showing you that before I wrap it all up. I wanted to take that pivot just to kind of show you that even though we start to see the cooler temperatures coming in, where it's not an aberration. That's about where we should be when we start to see these cooler temperatures with our average frost and freeze. All right, so that is it here. A long, explanatory, slow roasted forecast for you. This is the crock pot forecast, where we just sit it right in the pot. We talk about it slowly, let it roast and marinade. That sounds good, does it not? Oh, maybe I may have to suggest that for the 4 o'clock weather checklist. Something, a crock pot meal, something slow and roasted, and on a day like this where I'm looking outside here and I still see the bank of clouds out there. It's kind of cloudy here across the lake. Anyway, so I will see you at 4 o'clock along with my partner in crime, Mackenzie Bart. Andre is off. How dare he take Friday off? Well, he's working tomorrow, I believe, so tomorrow evening. So he's in for Alexis tomorrow evening. So you won't see him this evening. It'll be myself doing the 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock, and Mackenzie doing the 5 and 7 and 10 o'clock. All right, with that, we will see you this evening. Everybody have a great one.